Hello, Andy here again. Today I'm going to be doing a what's in your camera bag video, mainly because a few of my friends and family and people who follow me on Facebook and Flickr have been asking me what equipment I use, so I decided to just do a video instead. And you can find my Facebook and Flickr and Instagram and ePhotoZine or ePhotozine, however you pronounce it, in the description, which is either over there or below you, or below me. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Let's get into it. Okay, so what's in my camera bag? First, this is my camera bag. It's the Lowepro Event Messenger 100, which is getting a little bit too small now for my expanding range of equipment, but it does alright. It's good for street photography anyway, where I don't have to take everything else out I think I might need. So I'll be keeping this, but I'm planning on upgrading to the Lowepro Nova 190 all-weather bag. It's got good reviews and it's probably about the right size I want, so ideal. This fits most things in it for now, but as I said, I am expanding and I have a few other things I can't take at the moment, so that's the bag. I'll put that to one side. This is the camera that's in it. This is my baby, my Olympus OMD EM5. Brilliant camera, very happy with this, but as I'm sure most of you know, buyer's remorse, you buy one thing and you see something new and you want that. I'm very tempted by the Fujifilm X-T1 and even an X Pro one, with the X Pro 2 coming out soon. Probably the X Pro 1 will drop in price, so I'll see what I can do. So yeah, as you can see, I've also got the battery, part 1 of the battery grip on it, and I got it free because I bought this camera during the promotional period. I couldn't say no. It took a while to get here, but don't buy the arm that feeds you. These are the contacts for the second part to clip onto and communicate with the camera. When I first got it, I thought the second part of the grip, this bit, wasn't working, but all I had to do was just quickly give the contacts a blow and it all worked fine. So that's my camera. This is the second part of the battery grip, which also adds another front dial, shutter release, rear dial, and battery function 1 and 2. There we are, it's in focus, and the lock button so that you can lock it when you're doing landscape photography, so that you don't, you know, chick and then change the settings or whatever. So that's a good feature. I find I use this a lot more actually for street, but yeah, it makes it a lot nicer to hold. So that's the battery grip. Another lens I have in there, I don't always take this with me when I'm out doing street photography. This is more for nature and wildlife, but this is the 40 to 150mm f4 to 5.6 R, which I'm to understand means redesigned. That's about the only difference over the predecessor, but cheap and cheerful, but does the job. I also have my on-camera flash. Well, almost on camera, but when you put it on, I use this the majority of the time to drive or to trigger my slave flash over there, which I'll get to in a minute. I don't really use this as a flash on its own, but I always keep it in the bag with me. You never know when you need a bit of different lighting settings. So just like that on there. Boom. Body cap lens. Oh, also worth mentioning, for the 12 to 50mm, I have the JJC LH55B lens hood, which replaces the official Olympus one, which you have to buy separately. Why do you do that, Olympus? But this is good enough, does the job, and I like the look of it anyway. It's not a flower petal one. Here is my cheap flash unit. It's the Yongnuo YN460. Full manual, of course, and you just change the power. And you have manual, which I use it on most of the time, or slave 2 when I use it by triggering it with this flash for portraits, which I can upload an image of me, but when I was just testing it out, I just needed to play around with the settings on the flash and the camera to get it just right, but does the job. Great little flash, and it cost me about £20 from Amazon. It's got a little diffuser and a bounce card, or reflection card, so I'm happy with this. And the X Pro charger comes quite small, and you can take this everywhere rather than the official Olympus one because it's too big and all the cables, and this just plugs straight into the wall, or via a 12 to 24 volt adapter you can charge it in your car. So this has been an absolute godsend. And it also charges the official Olympus battery as well as the X Pro one. Why not? But you can't put the X Pro in the Olympus charger, so I only take this one with me and leave my Olympus one at home. And then, this is a recent toy of mine I purchased, my Olympus OM10. Got it for £5 off eBay, and everything on it is almost immaculate, apart from this little dent on the lens, but it doesn't affect performance in any way. Everything still works perfectly. Focusing ring, and the aperture blades. Obviously it's got the wear and tear, but it all works wonderfully well. Is it cocked? Nope, not cocked. I haven't wound it on yet. I find if I wind it on, sometimes it gets set off in my bag. But yeah, very happy with this purchase for £5. And I've got some Ilford black and white, I can't remember the actual make of it, but Ilford black and white film in there. And I'm looking forward to see how it comes out. I haven't done film for many years, so very excited about that. I take this everywhere with me as well, even if it's just in the back of the car, and I hold it in my hand. Now this isn't in my camera bag, but it was one of my first digital cameras. I found it this morning in a box. My whole house is filled with boxes because we've just moved, but I found this hidden at the bottom of one, and it even still works. Brilliant little camera. Ooh, that is slow focusing. So yeah, anyway, that is what's in my bag. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please ask.